Okay, so this is going to be the love reading for the sign that I select from these two cards here. I only have 2 signs left to do in this love relationship series. So if you're inclined to watch any of the other signs, please go to the channel and you'll see them posted there. As always, thank you so much for being here, everyone. If you like the video or were able to gain some perspective from today's reading, please click the little thumbs up button. I would really appreciate it. And then, of course, subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. I would love to have you there. All right, so let's get started. We are going to read for the sign of Taurus today. So we are welcoming in all Taurus energy, anyone with prominent Taurus placements. Thank you so much for being here. And if you are cross-watching for a Taurus, welcome to the reading. All right, so let's get into it. Open the channel and receive messages for the Taurus as it relates to love and relationship at this time. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What is the current energy for the Taurus? Few more. All right. Let's see what comes through for the Taurus, please. What is the personal energy for the sign of Taurus as it relates to love and relationship at this time, please? What do we got today for this love and relationship check-in for the sign of Taurus? Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So you may be in a more emotional state at this time. Maybe really in tune with your feelings, with your intuition. There may be a time where you are just more nurturing over yourself, spending time on yourself, loving yourself. There's something about a decision here, a decision that you've recently made, potentially leaving a situation, and there's the 2 of Cups here at the bottom. So the Queen of Cups, as I mentioned, this is a very emotional, sensitive energy. Male or female, this person leads from the heart, is open to receiving love and giving love usually. This is a more feminine energy coming through, so we are tapping into the feminine side, whether you're a male or a female. There could be some privacy happening here, maybe not being too open, although the Queen of Cups is a type of energy that is open to love. At the same time, this type of person is private and very selective of, the energy that she allows into her life or into her energy field. Yeah, and the way she's looking here, I mean, there could be a little bit of sadness or a little bit of melancholy. This type of person lives in the unconscious, lives in the spiritual side of herself or hisself. And I do feel that there's an element of being alone right now and sort of going within and connecting with your higher self at this time. But there is an element of, oh, there's a baby moth flying through. There is an element of making a decision. So you've recently made a decision with the 3 of Wands here. So you are waiting. It's like waiting mode. And yeah, like I was feeling with this Queen of Cups sort of being on her own. And having like this more solo, internal, introspective type of phase or energy right now. It does feel as though you are waiting for something to happen, or you're waiting for something to come through or someone to come through. With the Queen of Cups like mixed with the Eight of Swords here, I don't know if you're spending a lot of time in the other realms, like maybe some astral projecting or some dream work. Definitely a lot of sleeping. There could be a lot of sleepiness, a lot of tiredness, like feeling lethargic and depleted with this type of energy as well, because this type of person absorbs so much energy within them from their environment, from their surroundings. There are times where this type of person does go into this more secluded, hermit-like phase where they need to recover from too much energy that they have been surrounded by. So overall, it's just being really quiet, probably spending a lot of time alone, probably resting a lot at this time, trying to get out of one's head with the Eight of Swords. There's also a feeling of being trapped and unable to move a situation forward, or unable to get out of this type of feeling that you're going through right now. There's a lot of overthinking. So simultaneously, there's like connecting with one's higher self, reflecting and internalizing a situation, but still overthinking things and maybe playing out stories in your head at this time. It does feel like you've been here for a good while, like something has taken a while, and there is a lot of waiting here. So you've made a decision recently or a while ago, and since then it feels like you've just been in waiting mode. Like are you waiting for someone? Like, you know, we are speaking about relationship here, and we're about to pull cards for the person that you are dealing with, right? So maybe you're waiting for your person, and it just has been a while since you've been waiting in this dark, melancholy, heavy, you know, sort of sad and lonely, I want to say, state. So we'll see what the decision is about, and we will see what comes up with your person. It just feels like you need to just really love on yourself right now and really nurture yourself back to life. You know, like open the windows, right? Get some fresh air, get some sun, go out, maybe hang out with some close friends, like try to get your energy back in, maybe do some exercise or something like that if you feel that you've been too lethargic and too depleted. You know, there's just a need to balance this out. Like I just feel like you're deep in the dark right now, and you need to come up for air. You need to open your eyes. You need to get up, right, from your sleep or from bed, and, you know, move your body and start to move the energy around. Like it just feels really dense and really heavy. I don't know. It's a little sad also. I'm so sorry, Taurus. We'll see what comes through. Hopefully the energy or the reading takes a turn in some way. But let's see what the energy is like for your person in question. What is Taurus's person up to as it relates to love and relationship at this time? Where do they stand? How are they feeling about it? Their personal energy, please. Also, for the sake of the reading, to make it easier for myself, I'm going to call this side Taurus and this side Taurus's person. But you can reverse the roles as needed, right? See what comes through for Taurus's person. Okay, so the 10 of Swords, the 8 of Swords. They're not doing too well either, Taurus. I'm going to take those. I was going to pull one, the Hermit, the Eight of Cups. There's a lot of eights here, so there's some intertwined energy, there's some karmic energy, there's some destined energy going on. That the infinity, right, coming back around, something maybe coming back around. Maybe you're waiting for something to come back around. Yeah, I mean, in their energy, they feel that there's an ending here, okay? They feel there's an ending. They also have the Eight of Swords, so you two are mirroring one another. I did say that you were in a hermit phase. They're in a hermit phase. So I don't know if there's a lot of conversation happening right now between the both of you. It doesn't seem as though. It seems the both of you are pretty quiet in the dark with, like, visiting with yourself, basically. The Eight of Cups in their side is saying that they want to pretty much get out of this feeling that they're in this phase that they are in. There's an element of following the light and being guided by their higher self to go a certain direction. And it's probably the direction of, like, getting out of the head and getting out of this anxiety. And there's something around an ending here. So while you may be in waiting mode, waiting for something to happen, waiting to see results, waiting to hear from them, something like that, to them it's like that's not going to happen. Like in their field right now, like they are, to them this thing is like over. But at the same time, they do want to go toward their wish fulfillment, because the Eight of Cups is about leaving something behind and going toward something that they want. I don't think they want this. I don't think they want to be in this state of mind, in this state of being and feeling this way. I don't think anybody would want that. So with them, there's an element of they need to get out of that. They need to move on. They need to move forward. And go toward their wish fulfillment, go toward the thing that they do want. And with all of the cups here, there's an element of wanting love. There's an element of wanting, you know, mutual affection, mutual attraction, like connection, feelings, you know, emotion. Okay, we'll see what else comes through. But so far it's not the best, it's not the funnest, it's not the easiest energy either. It's like you're facing them, but you are also turning your head. Like you don't want to face something. You don't want to look at something. You know, maybe there's a little bit of denial going on here. I feel denial here. I'm so sorry. Okay, we'll see what comes through. Let's see. It's a little heavy, so I'm trying to like energetically open up the dense, heavy energy and see what is through it, right? Like trying to get to the root of this. So I'm also energetically doing some work here in your reading, Taurus. Okay. How does Taurus feel about this person, this relationship? Let's get into the emotions, please. You also have the Ten of Swords. Very much like mirroring one another, for sure. And the Nine of Swords. Man. What is it? You know, like, what is it that has all of these, like, the inability to make a move, the inability to speak a word. Like everything is just sort of built up within you, inside your head, inside your heart, inside your body. Man, is this one a heavy one. Like, you're just in the depths of this emotion, in the depths of this darkness. It's like loops running through your head, stories running through your head. Like there's an element of driving yourself crazy, of going mad, of obsession, of like it just being overtaking your energetic field, your life source at this point. Which tells me at the same time that there is a depth of emotion. You wouldn't be feeling like this. They probably wouldn't be feeling like this if there was not some sort of connection, love, care, right? Like, is like this person just I think the both of you actually affect one another very much. I am feeling hits. I call them hits as it relates to like when I am sitting in the energy of something, like I will feel, it's an indicator that, you know, I am connected with source. I am connected with my spirit guides of some sort. Like I feel energy all around me right now. Mostly in the back of my neck, which is where I usually feel it, and it's super strong. So there's probably an element of like spirit within your dynamic, and it being like really spiritual and, you know, all of that. What is in there? How do they feel about this? How do they feel and see this relationship and the Taurus? You have the Temperance. And the King of Cups. The King of Cups is very much like this. You know, like very much like the depth, right? Not so much the anxiety and the overthinking, and you know, they probably can drive themselves mad, I would say, at some point, like they're in their lowest vibration. But we have the Queen of Cups and the King of Cups here, so this is telling me that this is a actual connection. If you're in a relationship, you're probably not communicating right now. Like there's probably a lot of distance, a lot of silence, no speaking, but something is happening for you to be here. Something happened that you have come to the conclusion of the Ten of Swords, right? Which is an ending. Something happened that this ending is causing the both of you to have anxiety and sadness and go into the depths of your psyche and into the spirit world or whatever. The King of Cups and the Queen of Cups are both very much that type. Like they're the water couple, right? Like they will go into the depths of emotion. They will go into the other dimensions and live there, as you know, especially if they're feeling like this and there's an ending, forget it. They're going to go and live in the other dimensions as long as it takes for them to heal and come out. Because they don't want to face it, right? They want to sink into the pain. They want to sink into the feelings. But there's two people here who are clearly connected, bonded, and for some reason they're not together, and they're going through all this pain, and they're both mutually doing it. Like it's mirroring one another. So it's like, what is the deal? But anyway, so the Temperance card, this person over here feels like there's balance that has to come through, like divine balance, right? Like not just a sense of, okay, you need to do this and I need to do that and we can come and compromise. Maybe there's something like that. This person feels like it's a bigger thing. Like it has to be created by the universe, right? Like for this to work out, or for y'all to come back together or something like that. Like it has to be an element of guidance, assistance from spirit, assistance from source, assistance from the universe in some way, right? Like calling the angels, calling the spirit team, calling the ancestors, you know, like I'm feeling that very strongly here to help with the situation in some way. One or both of you may have that type of inclination, like maybe very spiritual, maybe very religious, something like that. But it's like just sort of calling to God or calling to the universe, like help me here, you know, like I am not doing well. Basically, this person over here may be self-medicating heavily and trying to numb themselves. There could be a lot of drinking, or I would say drinking more than anything with the King of Cups. Hopefully it's not anything worse than that, but there's definitely some self-medicating. There's definitely some sulking and, you know, just sitting in this pain. I don't know. I guess some people can, like, that's a comfort zone in some way, you know, like I don't know, I can see that also, like sitting in pain, sitting in loss, sitting in like missing someone and thinking about someone. I think the both of you are heavily thinking about one another for sure. All right, I'm gonna get more details, but I have to go through the process before I get there. What is this side over here? What does Taurus want from this relationship? Four of Swords. Then you have the King of Cups again at the bottom of the deck. There's timing again with that Three of Wands. Like you're waiting on something. Like you're not going to move until this thing happens. You're not going to move until whatever it is that you want comes through. Like you will be here forever if you have to. In the depths, in the dark, in your madness, in your insanity, in your loneliness, in your sadness, in your melancholy. What does this person want? I do hear like the balance feeling, and like seeking balance and needing something to balance out is really prominent. So there was probably an imbalance. I think I was saying that from the get-go, right? Like when I was pulling your cards, like you need to get up, you need to open the windows, you need to get out, you need to move around, like you need to create a balance of light and dark here. What does this Taurus person want from the relationship? Jeez. What's happening? You have the Seven of Swords. If you follow my readings, you know how I feel about the Seven of Swords. And the Devil at the bottom. Definitely sabotaging. This side is like, fuck it. It's not working out. There's an imbalance here. I feel a connection with this person. I know they feel a connection with me. For whatever reason, there's an ending. Fuck it. Right? Fuck it. Over medicate. Overdo it. Get in the feels. Get in the sabotage. The what is it? Destructiveness. Might as well make it worse, right? I mean, it's not good anyway, so what, like, if I can't fix it, might as well make it worse. Jeez Louise. Let's go into what is bridging these two together. What is the energy that is keeping these two connected? Because I don't feel that you are together at this time. Four of Swords again. How is that keeping y'all together? Sleep keeps y'all together. What is it? Maybe you have that in common. Maybe y'all both sleep a lot. And I'm so sorry. I don't mean to laugh. Shit. I'm so sorry. I know this is horrible. This is like not good of a feeling that you guys are going through. I'm sorry. I'm laughing. Toxicity. The Lovers. I don't think you know how to make this work. I don't think you have the experience, and I'm like the both of you. I don't think you have the experience or the awareness to really see through what's going on or what you really have. Maybe you don't even know what it is that you really have with one another. Because it's so like in the dark, you know, on both sides. It's so in the mind and in the dark that how can you even see what this really is, right? This sense of being... So what do you do when you lay down and you close your eyes, right? Like you're resting, you are sleeping maybe, which means that you're in another dimension, you're in another world. What do you do when you rest? Like you get away from the 3D, you get away from the earth-based stuff. You get away from the materialism and the distractions, right? Because it's Four of Swords. You're resting, you're sleeping, you're rejuvenating, right? What do you do in those moments? Those are the types of things that you do. You're dreaming, you're sleeping, you're resting, you're getting away from reality. That's what keeps you together, is the fact that the both of you have a sense of escapism. There's heavy escapism here. And I don't know if you escape into one another somehow. I mean, at this time, it doesn't look like you do, because it doesn't seem as though you guys are together. What is connecting you is more like you're connected to one another through the mind and through the other dimensions, right? Like that's the only way. There's no communication. There's no physical anything. This thing is over. This thing is done. It's not existing anymore in the physical realm. And there's definitely some toxicity, some toxic behaviors here. And this is coming from not understanding, not having experience, not knowing how to handle and navigate the dynamics of this relationship and this connection. Why don't you know how? Why is there a sense of like, it cannot be done, so I have to go about it this way? Is there deep-rooted trauma here on your, like, from your pasts that is allowing you to show up in low-level energy, not being true, not being honest, not like having to be defensive and having to protect yourself and make sure that it's like leave or be left, hurt or be hurt, right? Like that type of mentality. I will be the one to sabotage it first before they sabotage it, and then therefore I feel like shit. I will feel worse if they left me and I didn't leave them, type of thing. Anticipating pain, anticipating heartbreak, anticipating loss. Therefore, when you anticipate it, you're on the defense mode, and it just doesn't seem, like I was saying, do you even know what is connecting you? Do you even know what is holding you together? Do you even know who you are? Right? I am not going to be authentic. I am not going to show my true nature. I'm not going to open up and connect and follow my heart and follow my intuition and instincts about this situation. I am going to hurt it instead. I am going to sabotage it instead. If you're going to sabotage the situation instead of like making it work or building it or whatever, then why is it even in the reading? Right? Why does it even matter if it's like, fuck it, you know? I'm not going to try. I'm not going to do anything about it. Why is it coming up in the reading? I could have picked up on someone else's situation, right? Another group of Tauruses. But I picked up on this group of Taurus. You're telling me that this thing is over. You're telling me that you'd rather end it than be hurt. You'd rather end it than see what it's about and see the potential of it, then fucking end it, right? Why am I picking up on it? If you'd rather end it, then end it. Let it, get it out of your energetic field, right? Cut it off, kill it, if that's how you really feel. And I don't think that's how you really feel, because if you really felt that way, you wouldn't be obsessing about it. It wouldn't still be in your energetic field. I wouldn't pick up on this situation and this reading. And it's not just to the Taurus, this is to the cross watcher as well. Ooh. You think that this is not, like, you're sabotaging what you want. You're literally sabotaging the exact thing that you want. And I don't even know if you know this is what you want. Like, do you know this person enough to know that they are your person? They are your wish come true. They are the ideal of what you've been wanting. Do you know them enough to know that that's who they are? There's the Taurus card. Don't even talk about the stubbornness right now, Taurus. Don't bring that up. What are you doing? You think that you know what you want, and you think you know what's better, and you think you know what's right, and you're like, this is not it. You have the Lovers, you have the Star, you have a couple, and even Spirit is showing up here. What else? If you're telling me you know what you want and you know what's right and this is not it, again, why am I reading for it then? Why are they showing up in your reading? Let it go if you're going to let it go. And I'm not even like that. Okay, that sounds like I'm advocating for two people to like end it. I mean, it is ended. The cards are telling me that it's over. You know, I'm advocating for just be true to yourselves, the both of you. Be true and honest to yourselves and what it is that you want. And if this is what you want, get up, move around, speak, say something, right? Do something about it. Because the universe is like, here it is. You know, what are you going to do with it? It's right here. And I understand it's free will. And I understand there's two people involved here. And both people have choice. I get it. But, I don't know. What is this? The Knight of Pentacles. So the Knight of Pentacles is a very slow moving energy. You've probably been here for a long period of time with not a lot of movement here. Okay. There's some caution coming through. Practicality, right? Like, how does this person fit into my life? Like, how practical is this relationship, right? Like, seeing things from, even though you are deep in the other realms and, you know, the energetic spiritual realms, with the Taurus and the Hierophant here, I mean, you're earth, right? You're very earthly, and there's a need to experience relationship, especially through the senses, so through the physical. So you're telling me that you're being cautious about it, and you're taking your time, which you usually take your time to do everything. Okay. But at the same time, how are you ever going to get to the end of the line, right? Like, when you get to that point of making a decision and actually taking an action or making an action, how are you going to be able to get there if you don't know your person very well? I feel like this is all in the ideas, like in the ideal, like you perceive your person to be a certain way. I don't feel that you really know them. Like, maybe you're connected to them energetically, but in the 3D realm, like, it doesn't feel physical at all. What am I doing? Let's talk about these cards down here. Judgment. There's a moment, maybe this is why the reading is happening. Like, I'm picking up on the energy because this is a pivotal moment right now. So even though you're telling me that it's over, there's some type of awareness, some type of opportunity. It feels like an opportunity for the physical. This is the Ace of Pentacles. This is the earth energy, like at the purest. So and it talks about having an opportunity. So it's telling me that this moment, there's a point, maybe something has happened, maybe you heard from them randomly, or you know, like there's just a pivotal moment where you can continue down this road, you can continue with the Ten of Swords and end the thing? Or is it that time where you finally decide to do something, right? That's taken a pretty long time for you to do, but somehow, some way, someone has come into some sort of like awareness moment where it's like, I need to do something. I have to create this opportunity, or I have to take advantage of this opportunity in some way. Ten of Cups, like this is love, like at its purest, love. Let's clarify the Hierophant. The Fool, which is something new. The Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Jeez Louise. And then let's clarify the Knight of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. Like, you can't, like, that is literally everything. Like, having it all, right? Like, this is the life here. Emotional fulfillment, material fulfillment, bringing something to life, seeing it in the 3D, feeling it in the emotions, being connected. Like, it's all there. Knight of Pentacles has the Four of Cups. I still feel that the Knight of Pentacles is waiting. Here's that waiting energy. Because it's clarified by the Four of Cups. Someone's waiting, and they've been waiting for a long time. Waiting for communication with that Page of Swords. What is the Three of Wands over here? Six of Cups. Waiting on someone from the past. Making a decision to go toward the past. Is this a past person? It could be a past person. That's why it's been over, right? Like, it's over. You're not connected. You're not, you know, in each other's field, physical field. You're only, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like, you're only connected through the emotion and through the intellect, through the mind. And I guess you're waiting for the day to come when your person says something to you instead of you saying something to them. Like, but there is a potential for a new start, or this is what, yeah, I mean, these three cards, the Star, the Hierophant, the Knight of Pentacles, it's like the foundation of the relationship. And this is a strong foundation. I mean, the Hierophant is holding the foundation down. So I'm surprised that you're not making a move, or maybe this Judgment card is like saying like, okay, you're ready to make a move, or you recently made a move, something like that. But you got to be careful with this and this. I think that the both of you are equally capable of this toxicity, toxic behavior. So it's like having courage and being brave to, like, if you really want to make an effort here, that like risking that they may come across toxic, or vice versa, whoever is going to make the effort, if anyone does, that there's going to be some toxic play. But if you are aware, whoever's listening, whoever is the more aware person and tries to help guide the conversation, the dynamic, the direction that this thing is going to go, because it's such a new start, right? Like, it does feel it's a past person and there's a new start here. Whoever's going to guide it, you know, anticipates that there may be some low level toxic behavior, but it's like, stay high. Someone has to stay high. Someone has to gently, compassionately, lovingly, nurturingly guide this evolution and help the other person bring down their walls, bring down their defenses, get out of the fakeness, show up authentically, so they don't have to like feel that there's a threat that they're going to be hurt. And I know that the both of you are marrying one another, so the both of you probably feel the same way. But the reading is happening. I'm tapping into this energy for a reason, which means that it's not completely over. There's still love and affection and care here. And there's two people that are certainly missing one another and certainly thinking of one another. So it's telling me that this is important to you, right? And if you're going to make a move, and this is a time where you feel it's a good opportunity to try with this Judgment and Ace of Pentacles, to try to create something new out of this, then someone has to be the bigger person, and someone has to accept the other and come across as authentic and true and real and humble and, you know, just vulnerable. And hopefully the other person will see that and drop their guards and also approach it from that side as well, if that makes sense. But I don't know if you've made your decision yet. I mean, it does, like, the fact that the Three of Wands is here, there's a decision that's been made, but I don't think it's still in the physical yet. Like, to me, this decision talks about, I've decided that this is my person, or I decided that, you know, I care for this person or whatever. Now I am waiting for the opportunity, or I'm waiting for them to come through, or something like that. But with the Two of Wands at the bottom, it's still giving me an undecided feeling as to whether or not someone is actually going to do it, right? So if you are that person that is more inclined to take the action and do something, hopefully you got something out of this reading, and maybe you can see how the dynamics are, and, you know, therefore approach it a little bit more softly and tenderly, and I don't know, more truthful, if you're of course inclined to do that. I think that's enough for today, but that's just, I don't know, I just feel like you two need a little push. Let's see what the universe has to say. Let's call in the oracle, see if there's any additional messages here for you guys. I don't always pull these cards, but if I need some reinforcement from the universe, then I will. Okay. Truth and expression. All right, so the universe is saying to express your truth. Healing an inner child. This is probably where those defense mechanisms are coming from. As we all know, most things stem from childhood and our traumas. When you know that and you're dealing with someone you care about, it's a little bit easier to accept, you know, and not take it personal. I mean, there's a fine line, right? Like, you can't, like, go too overboard and completely hurt and disrespect somebody. But if they are coming through with a little bit of low vibe energy, you can't understand why they're acting the way they're acting, it's usually because of trauma. Try to see through, and I think that the both of you are deep enough. Of course, yeah. I mean, you got the Queen of Cups, the King of Cups. I know this is a Taurus reading, so it's not a water sign, but I mean, you may have some prominent water energy, water sign placements in your chart. What else, please? Comfort zone and clinging. This is telling me, I don't know, like I do see the comfort zone of like, I'm going to stay put and I'm not going to do anything. But then I also see like the clinging being, there's like a fear or a aversion to being clingy or coming off as clingy. There's an awareness here with remember and awakening. Yeah, somebody is waking up. Someone's like with that judgment card, like remembering the connection, right? Like there's that sense of coming back to it. And celebration, gifts, and abundance. You never know. See what happens. All right, Taurus. Well, this, and then, sorry. Receive and be open. For the cross watcher or whoever is on the other side of it. Okay. But what was I going to say? Yeah. So this is your reading. I'm so sorry you're feeling this way. Like it was really heavy, the both of you from the beginning, and it still feels that way. I hope the best, and I hope that you are able to really get out of this and, you know, come back from the dark, come back out of the dark and step more into the physical realm and feel it with your physical senses, right? Like touch it, you know, like speak it. Use this 3D reality and, you know, see what you can make out of it and sort of balance out the fact that you're too much in the dark. You're too much in the depths. You're too much in your mind. It's not healthy the way it was coming through in the beginning, you know. But of course you have free will. It is your choice as always. I'm only the reader and I'm only picking up on the energy and providing my 2 cents on the situation. So good luck. I hope it works out and I hope you both end up super happy at some point, at least get out of this energy. And look out for your other signs. I have most of the other zodiac readings posted on the channel already. So you can look out for your partner sign or your rising or your moon sign there. Like the video if you got anything out of it and subscribe to the channel if you're not subscribed already. So thank you so much for your time and energy, and we will see you on the next one.